as always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. Creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Build the Moomin house, box 15, part 8. In this video, we're going to complete issue 59 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So, in the last video, we completed this second floor ceiling there. In this video, we're going to be, remember the bookcase, and we started to create books. We're actually going to be putting more books in there. So let's just have a look. Side. So this is where we left off. So this is where we're going to be next. So what I like to do, as you know, I like to check that we've got everything that it says here, that we have it in here. Looks like, I'm just trying to see how many books we're going to build. We are going to build with this book here that is open. Now, I'm not sure if that's the only book we're going to make. I don't think it is, because there's quite a few books there. So let's have a look in here and see, just see what we've got. That we've got everything that we're supposed to have. So, first thing is one thick volume, which that is there. And we've got a book cover in there as well. And then we've got covers, and these are the cardboards. So we will be making 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, plus this one will be 11. Okay. Let's begin. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to cut this cardboard into book content. I'm just checking. I've got both my knives here. I'm just checking which one's the better one. I think it might be this one. I mean, I'm gonna have to order. Another knife with blades, because I keep losing the refills. You get 10 refill blades with it, but I don't know where I put them. I put them in a safe place and then I can't find them. So let's have a go at this. So we just need to, this is the good knife. Let's see how many times I need to cut through it. There we go. Slide the knife down and just match it up with the slots. It's about there, and then just yeah, there we go. Second one. So it says cut it into 5 pieces, and then you got to cut. Then you got to cut across there and there to create the content. And then I think we stick some of them together, and then some of them we don't. So some books are thicker, some books are thinner, like we did in the last. Not in the last video, but in the last video where we started to fill up the books, and it looks like we will fill the bookcase, which is really good, because the books, they won't stand up because they just flop about. And now, if we weren't filling it up completely, obviously I would glue them in place, but I don't need to do that. But at the moment it's just a bit of a mess, because the books won't stand up and I can't glue them, because the books are going to be, the bookcase is going to be completely full. I don't know how many times, but this is part 2 of the book, of building the books. I've got to be careful. I don't cut myself. Yeah. Okay, so that's them cut like that. And then we've got to, I'm going to use the scissors for this part. So we just need to cut, so it says, this is cut into 5 pieces. And then see if issue 58 how to do the rest. So we'll just like that. Just cut them along that line there, where the ones that have lines on them have. Some of them don't have lines on them, so I'm going to have to create the lines just by drawing with a pencil. Just make sure we're matching it up. To make sure it's flush, like that, and just create the lines we need, like that. Same with this one. Just create, just make sure it's flush at the bottom, like that, and then just create the lines, like that, so that we get the right sizes for books. And then the last one. Just cut them. What we've got to do is we've got to create 5 double books. So put one there. See how they go. Yeah, we've got to create 5 double books and 5 single books. So you can kind of tell which ones will be the double books. That one. That doesn't fit. Try that. That fits. And you will find the ones that match up size wise, like that. Let's see, one more. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 double books, but we've only got 4 single books. Oh yeah, one over here. So we've got 5 double books and 5 single books. So we need to glue these doubles together. Get the PVA glue and a couple of cocktail sticks out, and start sticking these together. Like that. Put some glue on and then spread it around. Like that. And then glue them two together. Like that. Could actually put a clip on. If I can find the clips. Where's where I put the clips? Yeah, I've got the clips. clips. Like that. Just clip them together so that they're glued straight like that. Okay, we'll start work on the next one. Put them together and then clip them. Whoops. I can't believe I did that. Just clip them together. Next one. Just make sure it's flush. Keep next one. You don't need a lot of glue. You just need a thin coat across the whole surface, and then I'll get the last one done. That's our 5 doubles. Leave them to dry. Just bring them down so you can see them. They're all clipped. While those are drying, those thick inserts for books, I'm going to start cutting these out in readiness. These are the book covers. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are for the thick books, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the thin books. So let me just line this up like that. Get them trimmed. And turn that ruler around because it's a bit jagged on one side. Go there. Okay. Just need to turn these around to get the other sides done. So we'll go way through them. Quite difficult to slide for some reason. Yeah, just line them up like that. And then we've got to separate them. Spin it around. Last couple to go. Last one. There we go. It's all our books, so we just need to separate them into thick and thin. There's 5 of each. So as before, I'm just going to do one on camera. One of each on camera, just to show you how I do them. So we've got to line the edges. Just got to see where the edge goes. So it goes right to this brown bit there, and then we fold it over like that. Make sure we fold it over, and then fold it over on the other side. So we get our folds in place there, like that. Run my nail down just to I think I need to refold this other side because it's got purple on the edge and purple is not on the edge. Purple is part of the front cover. Let's just line that up like that so that it's completely brown on the spine. There, like that. We don't want to see any purple, and then I'm just gonna spine looks really big. Spine looks a bit too big, so I'm just going to squeeze it around the book like that, so that it's on the edge, like that. I can trim this off afterwards, so as you can see, so the spine. So what I do is I'm going to put some glue on the spine. So I'm going to put some glue on this cocktail stick. That. And then we're going to put, let's check, just going to put some glue on this spine here, like that. Scrape some of that off. And then place the book inside like that. Make sure the spine is on and it's all lining up properly. Let's just check that. There. Clean up the glue. Just make sure that that internal book is right on the spine because it's sliding around a little bit. Let me just make sure it's on the spine and just bang it down in place there like that. It's not all the way down there, let's just do that. Let's make sure it's all the way down at the bottom there. and then we can glue the front and back on. Just glue inside there, spread it around. That's one side done, and then flip it over. Let's get a bit more glue. And then glue in this side. Let's fold it over. Just give that a trim. And that's the first book done. And then we'll do one of the thicker books. So I'll get one of the thicker books off here. I'm going to have to trim it. So that they line up, and then get one of these thicker ones. See where we are. Where we are going to fold it. As you can see that. Run my nail. Same on the other side. Like that. Run my nail up and up the back. And that gives us our shape. It's just there. Okay, so we've got this. I'm going to put glue on the end, on the spine. That. Then get the book cover, get in the spine, right there, and we need to flatten it. So that's our spine there. Let's make sure it's flattened, and then we need to put glue inside. So make sure the book's sitting correctly. Seems to be not. Just straighten that out. Seems to have slipped a little bit, but it's fine. You're not going to see it. You're only going to see the spine, but see there, it's not fit on properly, but it's fine. So I'm going to glue inside. Make sure we just spread it around. And then glue that down. I'm going to need more glue than that. Bring it into shot. And then close it. Allow that to dry. Let's just give it a tap. And there's thick book and thin book. So I'm going to do the rest of them off camera and come back. So here we are. I've put the books in, the new books in there. These are a bit of a mess, but they'll get sorted. So I've got the books in, as you can see. Hides that gap at the side and hides that gap at the side as well. So those are the books that are in so far. So what we're going to do next is we're going to create this open book here. You can see there, this open book sat on the shelf. So we're going to create that now. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got this here. See, these are the internal pages that you'll be able to see, and that's the book cover. So the first thing we've got to do is remove this book cover from the housing. And it's very difficult to slide it for some reason on this desk. Slide it around. So that releases it from there, and then we just need to trim it. Like that. Put that aside, and then we've got the pages. So to do the pages, we've got to do the folds, and it indicates whether you're folding it this way or this way. So this first section, fold it inwards. So use the ruler. And this is quite difficult because, let me just see if I hold up to the light. Like that. And fold it inwards, it says, like that. Check we're on the line. Yep. And I'm just going to run this over it so it holds the fold. See that? It's just the cap of the knife. So it folds inwards, and the next one, just hold it up to the light and line it up. Actually, I need to do it that way. So I need to slide it up like that, and then it says fold it outwards like that. There. I think that's right. I'm just going to loosely do it, make sure we're on the line, which we are. So I'm going to create that fold. It's best to do it with something soft and smooth rather than something hard that's going to leave marks. So there we go. So that's it there. And then we basically we just fold it in, fold it out, fold it in, fold it out. I'm just hoping that my understanding of in is the same as their understanding of in. And guess what? It's not. Their definition of folding in, I would be like that, but their definition of folding in is like that. So it's okay, we've got the fold there, we just fold it the other way. I just needed to check that, so that's that. Right, and so this needs to be folded that way, like that. So we create like a concertina there, and then we just repeat that. So just line this up. And then we fold it in. Got a loose crease on there just to check that we've lined it up properly, which it looks like we have. So again, we just get the top of the knife lid, and just apply a bit of pressure on there. Get that concertina effect like that. So this one needs to be out, and in order to do it out, we need to hold it up to the light. It's a bit trickier. My ruler's shifted. Let me, oops, sorry. Let me just do that again. Line it up properly. There. That's it. There, like that. There, like that. And then lay the ruler again against the line. Perfect. And then fold it over the ruler. Like that. Just make sure it's on the line, which it pretty much is. And then create the permanent. And then same again. Checking that we've got it there. Like that. behind, put the ruler behind, and then so you can see through it like that, and fold. Oops, I knocked the camera with the ruler. Tidy up that fold. Whoa, that's gone off pieced a little bit. Let's try that again. That needs to come around a little bit like that there, and just create that fold. We just checked with our concertina that it is going on, it is all going the right way. That actually needs to go that way. Okay, there's our concertina. So the next one, we need to go behind and just line it up using the light that shines through there. Sure the concertina is going. Fold it over. I need to fold this one back, so we need to put it behind. And check with the concertina that it's all going the right way, and it is. That's that inner page is done, so we just need to trim we need to cut it. I need to cut it there. Just checking that straight. So there. Like that. that's just laid it out the way it's supposed to. Spread the paper out again. You'll need to cut the pages into strips along the dotted lines. So start off at the top and get it lined up. Like that. And we just keep cutting get it lined up. Put that at the top and line up the next one. There. And we got to cut this bottom section as well. Cut the 3 strips by laying them squared. Yeah, we've done that. Take the first strip which is here with the sailboats on. Don't know if you can see, but it's got sailboats on it. Take the first strip of pages, concertine them together and glue the blank sides together. Do not glue these sides together. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to concertine them like that. And we've got to glue the blank sides together, which is the back there. So let's just pull it out. I think we've got to cut that piece off. Yeah. I'm going to use scissors and I'm going to cut these 2 pieces off. There. So I just need to get some glue and a cocktail stick. A cocktail stick or 2. And then I'm going to zoom in a bit further so you can actually see what I'm doing. what I might do is dab glue on like that, and then spread it around. And then glue these two together like that, and rinse and repeat. There. And then it says not to glue these two ends together. So I'm going to sit that one to the side, and then we'll work through the next two. Thinking this one is the next one. So we'll just trim these two edges off again. As we should have done them before. And then start gluing them down. So we're going to glue the backs, but not this one on this one. So we'll just open it out and just start adding a little bit of glue. Spreading it all around. And there we go, with the two ends left open. And get the last one done. Get these ends trimmed off. Because they're a bit confusing if you leave them in. And then we know which one to start gluing, which is this one. Just a rinse and repeat, just do the same thing over and over. That. And then you're left with those two ends, like that. So what we've got to do is we've just got to glue all these three together now. So, checking. So we're going to put the glue on this blank page here, which is the first section. Just going to add glue to it, like that. And then I'm going to glue it to the second one. See where the blank pages are now. Meet the two blank pages together. And then glue them like that. There you go. And then let's find the blank page again. We glued them two blank pages together there. I think that's the two we glued. No, these are the two blank pages there now. So what we've got to do is we've got to put glue on both sides like that. there. And just move the glue around so it's covered. See that? Let's make sure it's the right way up. Check. Yep. So we just get those two blank pages and we stick them in there. One on that side, there, and then the other one on the other side. If I can find it now. Wherever it's gluing to. And then just close the book. Close the book up like that. I'm just going to trim these pages because they're not great, so I'm going to trim them. So that they all fit together like that. And I'm going to clip them together and let them dry as one. That's dry now. So what I'm going to do is I pre-folded this book cover, as you can see. Been pre-folded off camera. So what I need to do is double check. So that's the top and that's the bottom. I'm just going to make sure that my book is the right way round. That way. So I need to glue this edge here. Let's glue this edge. And then put the book cover over the top. That. Need to tap it to get it to be flat. There, like that. And clip that together and just let it dry. Just want to glue inside the book, so hold the front cover and the together. So we just need to open the book there. We're going to lose this page, but that's what it says to do. Just press that there. with the other side. There. Open that page. Remove some of that excess. And then close that side of the cover. And I'm just going to pinch it with a clip. And leave that to dry. So I've brought the bookcase back, so I'm just going to unclip this and then just let it open. So the way they have it is, so let's make sure I've got it the right way up. So they've opened a few pages like that. And then they sit it there like that. So I've got some super glue. A little bit in shadow there, but so I'm going to probably grab it there like that. Make sure it's the right way up. I'm just going to put some glue on this side here, and then I'm going to sit it in here like that. Just a bit of super glue just to hold that in place. That's that book in place. We'll be putting more books in here, here, here. I'm not sure we're going to put books in there. We may put books in there as well. I don't know. So that's the way that looks there. I've left that drawer open just to, but I might leave this drawer open instead. So close that drawer. I may not be able to close that drawer now. Let's see. I can just. So close that drawer, but then pull this one open. Although I might not be able to pull this one open. Might be a bit stiff. Let me just see if I can pull it with a handle. Yeah, it's coming out, there we go. So I just want to sort of leave that drawer open like that. So it just looks like it's a workable real space. So there, that's where we are now. So we've got this one covered in books, this one full of books, this one partly covered in books. But as you can see the gap there, you can see the gap at the back here, and the gap there, it disappears when you put the books in. And this also pretty much covers that to some extent, but there we go. That looks really good. So we could probably have to put more books here and here, and maybe possibly here and here, but I don't know. So there we go. That looks really good. I'm happy with that. Just bring the magazine back. So that completes this stage of the bookcases, all the books that we've built and put in there, and that completes, zoom out a little bit, so that completes issue 59 of the build. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.